Hi everybody, welcome to day 20 of quarantine parenting. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being here. So here we are 20 days in, and this week I really wanted to talk about focus. Why? Because I'm even struggling with focus. It's been really difficult to work remotely, to homeschool, to do external trainings and stay in the moment and not easily multitask, get two things done at once. And even if we're at week 3 or week 4, day by day it becomes challenging because there's things outside our control and there's people in our house, in our space. So it's really important to kind of figure out some way to stay focused just for a little bit so we get some stuff done and we feel more accomplished. Once we accomplish even the smallest tasks, it gives us some sense of hope, some sense of accomplishment, and it increases our motivation. So that's why it's really important to find some focus. So as we explore the topic this week, I found that most of the time, when we really use active listening skills, we can increase our focus. And then also when we do that, we connect better to others. We're able to increase communication skills. And honestly, the other person feels heard. So I'm going to show you my 3R model that I use in my parent coaching, executive coaching, and in any teaching I do. If you've been with me or if you have been in any of my presentations, I talk about the 3R model all the time. It's a simple strategy to actively listen. So I'm going to explain the model and I'm going to give you an overall example, and then we'll break it down into ways that you can use it at work, at home, and with your spouse. So the 3R model, R1 is repeat. So if someone is speaking, you would repeat about 3 or 5 words as much as you feel comfortable repeating, and it has to be verbatim. So in those situations, you try not to put in your own words, add in anything. You try to keep a calm tone. I use repeat a lot in moments of escalation, especially if children are having emotional outbursts, frustration, there's conflict. I use repeat a lot. It helps create a certain sense of calming, and then the other person feels heard. And also if they want to let out an additional kind of anger spurt, it can help. So that's one of the techniques I use for de-escalation, is just the R repeat. So the number 2 for the R is rephrase. That is when you take the entire sentence or few sentences and you put it in your own words. When you put it in your own words, it's important not to add in any opinions, any comments, any additional emotions, right? And no recommendations. You are just rephrasing what the other person is saying in your own words. So this gives an opportunity for you to make sure that you're on the same page as the other person, but also they feel heard. They're like, wow, you really understood what I said. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Right? That's what I said. Or wow, yeah, I didn't even realize that's what was coming out. So it creates a sense of connectivity between us, and it's really important to use that. So rephrase is really powerful. It helps when someone is sharing something really personal, and maybe we don't feel that we can share the same amount, but just rephrasing, right? It really helps people feel connected. In coaching, it's a great technique, and I use it all the time. And then the last one I used for my groups, I use in coaching, I use with my family, is recap. So you can interchange that with review. So the idea of a recap is someone shares a bunch of information and then you say, okay, let me recap, let me review what you just said, and you summarize what they shared. What this does, it creates that clear communication between you. You understand what needs to be done, what's said, what's happening, and you're doing a summary so that it's not as long as what has just been shared, but it's more than an outline. It has specific action items or key elements from the conversation. I recommend you do a lot of recaps or reviews at the end of a meeting, end of a conversation, before you transition into something else, so that you make sure that everyone is on the same page. So the difference between the 3 R's is repeat. You're repeating verbatim a sentence, 3 to 5 words, so you increase the person's ability to connect, to feel heard, and to be with you. Rephrase is you're taking what they said and putting in your own words so that you can show that you're understanding, that you're on the same page, and increases the element of connection and feeling understood. Recap is you're taking what everyone said or what one person said and you're summarizing it so it's clear, concise, and precise. A summary should never be longer than what the person was sharing with you. So those are some quick techniques to increase active listening. By increasing our active listening, we're opening our doors to being more focused, being more mindful, and being more present. Active listening is a tool that's underutilized and not practiced enough. So since we're at home and we're trying to increase our focus, build connection with our families and the people virtually with us, the 3R model is perfect. So I hope this was helpful and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.